And now that the holidays are gone, we want to remember back on the first night of Erie in 1995 as we move into yet another year.
A teenager at the time named Emily Perilla was a life-changing moment just by watching the fireworks downtown. Our Keelan Berrien talked with her to see how she's handling life now.
It's just very hard for me to talk about.
A quarter century later, Emily Perilla is still emotional, and her memories still aren't clear.
I do remember walking downtown and standing in Perry Square. That was where I believe I was hit. Watching fireworks, which I think went off at midnight, and that's pretty much my last memory.
That bang is what she thought was a firework, but was actually a 9mm gunshot from within the crowd. The bullet landed in her head.
I had to relearn how to walk, pretty much everything with my right side.
She spent 3 months in the hospital recovering and months in physical therapy. Every day she wrote in this journal about her progress, and it was tough because she had to learn how to write with a new hand.
You just think how easily it could have been prevented if people just used more common sense with what they're doing.
It was right here in Perry Square where 14-year-old Emily's life changed. And to this day, she's still suffering mentally from an incident that could have been easily prevented. So if you're caught shooting a gun in celebration in the city limits, you could face a minimum charge of reckless endangerment.
Within the city, there's an ordinance that states you cannot fire a weapon or discharge a weapon in the city. So there would be a violation right there of firing a weapon.
Reginald Alt was 22 when he fired the gun from the crowd. He was charged with reckless endangerment and later picked up for other charges, getting him 15 years in prison. We caught up with him over social media to talk about that night, and he didn't want to be on camera. However, he says he's sorry for what was done. His main focus now is keeping his sons from making the same mistakes.
It was actually really interesting when I initially woke up. One of the first people that I remember seeing was the neuropsychologist that I talked about. He said, "Do you know what year it is?" And I said, "It's 1995. And he's like, "No, it's 1996. And I was like, "No, it's 95. Like the new year never came."
Despite Perilla's incident, she wants to put it behind her. She moved to Missouri, raised a family, and started a full-time job at the bank.
Then at midnight, I'll think and I'll be, wow, it's been 25 years.
Keelan Berrien, Erie News Now.
Some incredible story. And